I made it! I'm on the top of the world! Our world! Yeah, I'm on the top of our mast. As you can tell, look at this view! I'm Roberta.
And I'm Duca.
And for the past year, we have been building our own tiny shipping container house, so we can travel around knowing that we will always have this little place that we can call home.
But guess what? We just found our dream project before we expected. This abandoned sailboat. So we are gonna stop building the house for a couple months to bring our boat back to life. And then we're gonna go back and finish the house.
After last week's video, a lot of people think that we are going to the water.
Yeah, because we just installed our brand new mast. And from the outside, it seems like we're ready to go to the water. But in reality, the reality is a lot different. So today, we decide that we need to stop and take the time to explain you what we need to do before we go to the water. And we're gonna do an update too, 100% update, because today is Thursday and you're gonna watch this in like 4 days. So that means that what you watch is 100% of how the boat looks right now.
No.
Not that's much different than what you saw already, but it's a little bit. We have some projects going on and we want to explain you. So on the outside, there's nothing much. Let's go up.
We are starting already?
Yeah, that's the tour.
No, we have some outside as well.
What do you have outside? Oh, yeah.
We are painting all the rest of the through holes that we have.
Yeah.
This one is the cooler for the fridge.
Yeah, that's the heat exchange for the fridge. So we need to paint still this, and we need to reseal this. So that means that if we go to the water today, we sink the boat. Yeah, we still need to close all the valves and all the through holes. This is not a valve, that's just a through hole for this, but we have like a lot of those that for now they look bad. You saw the video already. That's just the way we need to paint, because we close here and we fill with paint and then we just open, and we need to sand this and give a good finishing around here when we do the bottom paint. Don't need to be now.
We have another thing that we need to show you that we did this week. So if you're new here, this boat is a Gilbert Neuvelt. It's projected by Gilbert Neuvelt, designed by Gilbert Neuvelt, and it's 40 feet. It's a lifted centerboard and lifted rudder.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, like, instead of explaining all again, we can link some of the videos that we explain all about the boat, because a lot of people watch all these already, so we can link something that explains these details.
We did this week is this. We found some parts of the paint that was falling.
Yeah, this boat was on the dry for 22 years. That means that some place that we paint, the old bedding compound, not bedding compound, how you call the... Not filler, the epox compound. So the epox,
fairing compound.
The fairing compound. So we had some old fairing compound that when we paint the boat, we didn't realize it was loose. So now that we did a huge inspection of the boat, we found a big spot here, and we found this big spot there, and we found these tiny little spots that we showed you already, but we are starting to fix it now. So I don't know if you can see, but there are 6 little dots there. Yeah, so basically we sanded, we took the bedding compound, we sanded, we applied primer yesterday. Today they're gonna apply fairing compound, and then we sand again, and then it's just fixing the old job.
It's been like 5 months since we painted the boat, so we are leaving the boat on this under the sun to show some.
Yeah, because as this is a metal boat, we need sun to show the problems, because whenever you hit the metal, if you have any bubble, it's gonna pop up. So now that we are like 6 months on the sun, we are confident, not like 5 months on the sun, we are confident that no extra bubbles are gonna show up. So we are starting to fix these small details. And here's also what we painted last week. Here's one of the 3 flanges that we have. So basically, I think we showed you already, but we have like oh, it's not here, it's on the sandblaster. Yeah, we have a big flange that we just fit out inside, and here you install the sensor if you want. This one is nothing, it's just the flange, but the one down there, we don't need to show, it's just So the one down there is just where you install the depth and speed sensor. So we painted and we treated. That's another thing. Let's go up.
There is something here that you can.
What?
A sneak peek right on the top of you.
Oh, solar panels. Yeah, this week we installed solar panels. We're gonna explain more about that later. We're gonna have more solar panels, not yet, but we already installed in a way that we can expand the system really soon. And what else? Oh, down
The
here.
paint.
Today we are just waiting for a friend that's gonna take us to the wood shop. We are gonna go buy wood for the stern platform. This is the old wood for the stern platform. We are gonna buy brand new wood and redo because this is really rotten. So
And
we're gonna.
this wood used to be sucupira. I'm not sure of the name in English, but I'm pretty sure they use the same name. And we are gonna use probably ipe.
Ipe or
Kumaru.
Kumaru maybe. Yeah, but what we're gonna do, we're gonna buy the wood today and we're gonna let rest and dry for like a couple weeks, and then we're gonna build the deck, because it's not just the deck, it's the deck, the cockpit seat and the cockpit floor. So one of the reasons why we want to install the deck is because the way we go in the boat now is like through the deck, and in this way we always ruin the paint job on the stern.
That
So-
we are doing again.
Yeah, so this week they are also gonna give a polishing on the stern, and then we need to build the deck so we don't step on the stern anymore.
It's really wet.
Yeah, it's morning. Good morning. It's early morning, so the deck's really wet. Yeah, so we need to build this platform, and we also need to build both cockpit seats and cockpit floor. How about here? What do we have?
You're
What
still
do-
thinking about the design of the wood there. If you want to show us some pictures,
Yeah.
feel free.
Yeah.
How
So what
about
do we
that?
have here?
Here,
We will have here. What we will have here?
here,
Yeah.
an arch.
Yeah, I think we talked to you about that already, but that's something that we were holding on doing it because we wanted the boom in place in order to do the
To-
perfect arch design.
Yeah, because we want to feel the height of the boom.
Yeah, can I hold
And we're thinking on this project this week.
Yeah, because we're gonna have an arch here, so the feet of the arch is gonna be right here and right here, and we need to find the right height because the sheet for the boom is gonna go from the boom from here to the arch. It's gonna come down, up, down, and then to the side, down through a how you call it?
Stop. Clutch.
Through a clutch and another block in here to the winch. So we need to find the right height so we can have a bimini that's high enough for us. At the same time, we want to have solar panels in the future on the top of the bimini, and we need space for the blocks on the top. So it's like a tricky design because we need to have the perfect height, otherwise the block on the top is gonna hit the.
Pirata is here. The cat is there.
So we need to have the perfect height, otherwise the block on the top we're gonna hit the. Yeah, you understand later. I need the keys for the boat, boss.
No, let's keep moving on the deck.
Oh, let's keep it through here. See here.
I don't want to get dirty.
So that's a small mess. We spend sometimes
lifetime.
yeah, like this week we are really late for the video. We just start shooting the video for next Monday, 4 days before Monday. That's because we spend a lot of time designing ideas this week.
And searching for the right blocks and everything. This week Duca was putting some screws here to see the holes, if it's alright to put the wood on the top, and he did some
Repaint. Yeah, the problem is
Repaint.
always when you paint a hole for a screw, a lot of times you get it too much paint and the screw won't go through. So as we are gonna start working on the cockpit seats that are screw in place, I need to check if the screw went through, and if it didn't, we need to drill again and repaint to make sure we have it ready.
so
to
he
start.
applied intershoot.
Yeah. So yesterday was the day we will start working on this mess. A lot of people ask, aren't you gonna bring the halyards and the sheets and the lines to the cockpit from the mess? We are gonna have a few of them, not all. So here we have, let's see if you can explain. So here we have reef 1, reef 2, or reef 2 and reef 1, I'm not sure yet. Here is the main halyard, and here is Genoa furling and Genoa furling. Big Genoa is small Genoa. So we got a good design. We like it the way it come from the mast. I think it's really good. So the halyard for the main is running freely, straight, it's perfect. These two reefs, we still need to...
They are gonna come from here.
Not from here. No?
No?
From here.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Yeah, this is automatic reef. So that means that the reef, we will start there, go up the sail, down the sail, through the boom, up the mast, through the sail, and down. These are not actually the reefing lines. They're just here just to test, just a mock-up. So basically we're gonna have two rings around here. So when the reef come down, go through this ring and go straight to the block and then to the cockpit.
So yesterday we were testing where to put the blocks.
Yeah, because originally we were supposed to put 3 blocks here, but then it will hit.
Yeah, like here.
So then we decide to use this anchorage there that's really strong, and to have this reef through the inside. I think it's gonna be fine. And what
Moving
else?
on?
Yeah, we are gonna explain the mast whenever we finish the Genoa furling that we're gonna show you right now. We are gonna give you a proper tour of the mast. We're gonna explain every single halyard. For now, just leave as it is. It's just a mess.
About this one, that's an old one.
Yeah, this is the one that we need to replace still. That's the cable, the line that lifts the center board, and that's the line that pulls the center board down, because if it's stuck you need to pull down, and when it's down you need to lock in place. So you tie out this one and tie it down, and when you want to lift you let this go and you lift this one.
It's gonna be a Dinieper.
Yeah, Dinieper, yeah.
And how about this little cover here?
Yeah.
Are you gonna be honest?
Yeah, if she's always the honest one. Yeah, we have a problem with this one, that the acrylic, when the company cut the acrylic for us, the acrylic was too small, so we had not enough space here.
No, too big.
No, it was too small.
Small.
Oh, I mean too big. The gap was too small. Yeah.
The gap was too small and the acrylic was too big. So if you get a closer look here.
Yeah, the silicone didn't went all the way through, and the expansion of the acrylic.
It's like with a belly.
Yeah, that means that for now we are gonna fix this, only the silicone, and in the future we are gonna replace this acrylic because didn't work properly as it was supposed to.
And this is the biggest hatch we have.
Yeah, but it's a minor problem. We can fix that. Another, yeah.
Coming here, yesterday also we were checking where to put the blocks for the Genoa furlers.
This is a tricky one. It's really hard to bring on the right angle the cables for the Genoa furling, the lines. So we did a few options, and now that's how we believe it's gonna be. So.
And what's the problem there?
The problem there. She wants to talk about problems today. Yeah, it's the early morning. We don't need to talk about problems.
It's
yeah, it's not a big problem, but we might. Yes. So we didn't show you, but we installed one of the Genoa furlers. This is one. This Genoa furling, it's a Profu that was on the boat already. The former owner bought but never installed. He bought like 16 years ago. We have like the receipt, but it was on the box. He never installed. So there comes the noise. Yeah, they're starting working on the marina now. We thought we wanted both Genoa furlers because we are gonna have one here and another one there. So this used to be a cutter rig. We explained you that I think before. This now is a solent. Solent is a little bit different to a cutter rig. The cutter rig, the second Genoa, the small one, goes around to the second spreader, and in our case we have both running all the way to the top. We don't have the second one going to the second spreader, and it's also how you call it, like forward. Yeah. So this is the distance between both sails, and if we had a cutter here would be that. Yeah, so basically this Genoa was supposed to be here if this boat was a cutter. We decided to have both sails there because that's just design solution and sailing plane solution. We like this way, and we believe it's going to be a really good sail plane for this boat. What's the problem then?
People that have the same boat as us, they say that we need a lot of sail in order to sail, and the former owner didn't use the small sail that he had.
Yeah, he even took off. He used to have a cutter. He took off because he said he would never use because it was too small. So we decided to have a little bit bigger than he used to have. But the problem is...
No, then we got excited that we put this in place, and we sent some videos to our friend.
That has been sailing for like 40 years and like in competitions, and he went to the Olympic Games actually.
He's a judge for many.
Yeah, he's really an expert, and he's like, no, your furler is too high.
He actually is the one that helped us to design the new mast.
Yeah, he helped us with the sail plans, the new sail plan, and he thinks that the this furling system is too high. The reason why we installed this high is because we didn't want the sail to get stuck to the pulpit, but he said that the small Genoa, it's supposed to be down lower, and the big Genoa that we didn't install yet, that one needs to be high, because this one, the sail is small and goes on this angle and won't hit there, and also because this sail is going to be more for upwind, and for upwind he needs a lower Genoa. So that means we might need to take off the stay again, this one, just to lower down the...
We need to have a serious conversation with Zé, the master, today.
Yeah, tomorrow actually. Yeah, the guy that's installing our mast don't know yet, but we're gonna ask him to take this further down and to install it again. Luckily, we can do it because the only piece that we need one more piece is the foil. This aluminum piece is the foil, and in order to put this down, we need to have a longer foil, but the last foil, it's a really short one, so we have a spare piece that's like 1.5 meters. That means we have enough foil to do that. So that's a good thing. It's a bad news, but it's a good news because we can do it, right?
So what we did here and what we still have to do here, we still need to install the other Genoa that we are waiting for some pieces that's gonna
they're gonna ship week. Yeah, they're gonna ship us today the piece for the other furler that didn't arrive yet.
I'm not sure if you noticed, but this is different.
Yeah, we already changed the poop. See? The design. How it looks now.
It used to be like this, and we put this down because where we are gonna live in Florianópolis, usually we park. I don't know.
You're on the shade. Yeah, no.
Usually we need to park.
Yeah, to stop the boat on the deck, on the on the pier. The pier you face the pier forward, like the pier is going to be right in front, and to get in and out the boat is much easier this way.
We are going to have a wood on the top of this.
Yeah, we are not going to show you how it was because this, I don't know if we commented before, but this is one of those non-edit videos. We are going to do an update tour, just freestyle. We're not going to edit this video because otherwise we won't make it on time. So this is just like a real-time, not edit video.
And here, Pedro still needs to weld this here and this here.
Yeah, we are almost done with this part. The only 3 parts that we need to treat the weld here. We need to weld that end and that end, and then this project's done. We can install back the wires here, and we are good to go.
Moving on.
The anchor, you didn't talk about the anchor. You started, but you didn't finish.
I forgot the far.
Yeah, this is a tricky project now. Our old anchor, it used to be a CQR, and the CQR fits perfectly there, but we replaced to an anchor similar to Rockna, and the Rockna has a huge arch ahead, and the arch will hit the poop. That means that we need to redo the system that holds the anchor in place. So
project in development.
Yeah, we are not 100% done with the design yet, but we will need some weld right on the tip of the boat. We're gonna do that.
The vent there, the rate.
We have 3 dorade box. These right here, there, and all the way there. I don't know if you know what's a dorade box. Dorade box is a way of ventilating the boat. So basically the air can go in, but not, the air can go out, but water cannot go in the boat. the rate box are painted already, ready to go. We just need to fix one screw so we can install in place.
So we did them in fiberglass because we didn't find the one to buy. So Reginaldo, the guy that sandblasted our everything that we sandblasted, he made already, right?
Yeah.
I didn't see it.
Yeah, we had 3 rate box that they are all 2 pieces, the base and the top. We had 3 bases, but we had only one top that a guy gave us as a gift, and he got this one and did like a mold as a sample and did a mold and fiberglass all 3 new. Yeah.
I think for the deck that's it. We still need to install these because we need to cut the gasket here and to buy the screws.
Yeah, and we need to clean. You can see it's really dirty.
Another thing that I did this week, I washed this part from here to there, so I can show you a picture of how the deck was after I cleaned just one part. Sorry. Kiss. The problem is that we did some weld after we painted the all grip, and with the weld we need to polish the weld, and they use a really oiled oiled something, and
it's funny how she tried to tell things that she don't really know the names.
because pasta for you is like macaroni, for us is like we call this little thing.
Yeah, so they when they need to polish the stainless steel, they do a mess, and we did a lot of polishing after the all grip was in place, and that's why the deck's a mess, but we can clean that later. We don't need to show in details the arch with the solar panels, but that's a nice part.
We are gonna have a video soon about the solar panels and
this
about
is
what we're gonna show you now.
Yeah, this is just a tour, just to show you what we are working on. We are not gonna show anything on detail because we're gonna have a proper video about everything.
We already bought a new acrylic for here, for the engine panel, and here we still need to decide what we're gonna do this here, because here we won't have instruments anymore.
Yeah, here used to be the old instruments, but I think we believe it's a bad place because it's right where you can kick and then you break instruments. Back in the days, the instrument was just a repeater. You could not touch anything, so it was inside of the acrylic, so nothing would happen. But now that we need like to touch and have buttons,
we are gonna have it here.
Yeah. Okay.
So we still need to do a hole here to pass the wires to have an instrument.
I want to do a complaining. People say that I stop her all the time. She's stopping me all the time today, and now I want to see who is gonna complain. I want to see who is gonna complain on the video now.
Let's go inside. So as we are gonna close outside, we want to use this as a niche, a place to put stuff. Like car keys.
We're not gonna have car keys in the future, hopefully, but we want to do like a small
niche.
Yeah, we just wanna do like an outlet for phones here, and you can leave the phones when you get in the boat and you don't use phones anymore.
Phone-free area.
Phone-free area. That's pretty cool. Yeah. Yeah. We're gonna show you that's the big mess we are working on. We've been. Did we tell you already that we joined quarantines with a couple of friends?
I'm not sure. I don't think so.
Yeah, you know Fred. We always talk about Fred, right? Our friend that is refitting a Bruce Roberts 54 on the next marina. He don't live in town. He lives in like maybe 2 hours away from here, and he comes sometimes like once a month. Sometimes like stays 2 months. Sometimes he stays 5 months away from here. And now that everyone's in quarantine, they were in quarantine in his father's house for like almost 2 months.
He and his wife.
Yeah, and we were in quarantine here. That means we were all in quarantine in different places, but we trust them that they were really taking care of them, and we were taking care of ourselves. So now that they came to work on their boat, the town is on supposedly locked down somehow. Like you cannot go in and out of the town that easy. So they are afraid that if they go back home, they won't be able to come back to the boat, so they decide to stay at our apartment. We're gonna talk about that in depth in the next episode. But he is an electrical engineer, so for the past 2 weeks, we've been working a lot on the electrical panels of the boat. He's helping us to understand what we have. And so far, we did a huge mess. I don't know if you remember, we used to have 2 panels here that we 100% took off. Yeah. We are not going to explain exactly what we did already, but just a hint. That was the diesel generator panel. Yeah, we are working on mostly on 220 volts and 110 volts right now, and then we're gonna move to 12 volts. 12 volts is really good. 12 volts is really good, but it's like a huge project.
It's too dark here.
Yeah, it's all good. It's all good. You don't. Oh, a snake peek.
Just a sneak peek. What's going on there?
You need to show everything. That's our new inverter charger that we are installing. We didn't finish yet, but we're working on. So we did a huge change. We took off some panels. We created new panels. We changed the place where the breakers for the batteries are located. We replaced the breakers for it's a huge. Yeah, we don't need to go in depth.
The thing is that in the past the wires were different. We used to need more wires for some electronics, and we used to need more electronics to have information. Like now we have an iPad, and we have velocity, and we have depth.
Yeah, you used to have like one repeater for everything. So it was like 5-6 repeaters, where now you need one screen with everything, and one wire, one NIMEA 2000 to do everything. And then you had like wires for everything. So the next week's episode, just sorry for the noises, there's nothing we can do. But next week's episode is just a hint. It's gonna be about omelette, how to break eggs. Because someone told us at one point that in order to cook an omelette, you need to break the eggs first. So now we are breaking the eggs. We wanted to understand the electrical system, what we have, in order to know what we want to have and in order to fix everything. So we gave a huge clean on the whole thing. We took like all the wires that were not being used, because we had a lot of wires that were not being used. We took off the old electronics already. We took off the old wirings for the old electronics. No worries. We left a lot of guides in order to know the way of the wires. So we are getting the boat prepared for the new 110 to 120 volt system, and also for the new electronics.
And also in the past, the lamps and everything used to be
not LED. Yeah, we're gonna transform the whole boat in LED, of course. And of course, it's always like a snowball. If you're gonna do that, you need to do that. If you're gonna do that, you need to do that. So as, for example, we are gonna redo the wire. We're gonna install the batteries in place. The final installment. We're gonna install some other equipments. We're gonna install the hose for the water system. Is much easier to paint the inside part of the lockers before we do all that. So she spent the last 2 weeks almost.
Oh, it was hard.
Painting all the inside parts of the cabinets, just sealing to make sure it's just to treat a little bit and be protected from water. If we have any water, is more protected now. So she did all these inside and all these inside. Looks much better actually. I didn't
You didn't see?
Yeah. So now, as you can tell, we are ready to install the hose back in place. That's not a big job we need to do. We need to install the water hose, the pumps, and the valves.
We need to buy the water hose for the filling.
Yeah, so trying to put in like big groups of what we need to do before we go to the water. We need to install the water. So this is just one of the samples of true hose. We have all flanges on the true hose. So this one I think is for the sink. Yeah, so we are going to replace 100% of the true hose, the flanges, the valves, and the water system. We needed to give maintenance to the boiler. So it's too confusing. Let's put in groups. So group number 1, we need to finish electrical system and electronic systems. We need to finish water system. What else?
For the water system, it's a lot of work actually. We still need to do.
Yeah, that's the longest job probably ahead of us. That's installing hoses, valves, pressure pumps, bilge pumps.
And the water heater.
In the water heater.
We call boiler.
Yeah, the water heater. We also need to do some woodworking, as we told you. The deck on the stern, the deck on the cockpit, and both seats of the cockpit.
About the wood in the interior, like this one, we are gonna do in the future when we are living inside.
Yeah, on the water. When we are floating, we're gonna do slowly the details of the inside. We need to finish the fixing, painting jobs outside.
And we need to reinstall the flanks, and I was thinking about something.
And we need to do the arch, the support for the anchor. We need to install
handles.
the deck hardwares, some handles on the deck. Yeah, we need to install all the hardware on the deck, and I think that's it, right? We're really close.
About the boiler, the water heater that we call boiler, we are still thinking about putting in the engine room. But for that, we need to take off the generator that we are gonna.
Yeah, we said it was a surprise.
Okay, it's a surprise.
Yeah, we didn't take yet. No, we didn't take yet. We need to find someone that really strong, because like 100 kilograms to take off there, and we're gonna take off and might install the diesel generator.
We need to do this. We need to install LED on our. We need to replace the old lamps for this, so we still need to do all the lamps of the house.
Yeah, converting the boat into LED. That's gonna be an episode sometime soon, hopefully. Yeah, we have some other things we need to do first, but this is one of the things.
Yeah.
We have a lot of lamps on the boat. Yeah, we bought already navigation lights for the stern and for the bow. We have like LED lights for the stern. We have LED lights we need to install.
So continuing, we still need to close the diesel tanks and the diesel tank and the water tank, and to fill them and to.
And we need to install toilets. Toilets, yeah. We need to fix the stove and oven. We need to see if it works. We need to buy the gas bottle and do the line. What else?
The sails.
The sails, yeah. We need to buy sails.
And to install the electronics. And that's it.
I mean, it's not much, but nowadays with coronavirus, we're working is lower than we used to. We have it's not as easy when we buy things. Takes longer to get here. Right now, the electrical wiring. It's waiting because we need one breaker that we've been waiting for a week, and then when it arrives, we finish that week.
And some companies are not opened yet.
Yes. So, I mean, like, it's not that much, but can take 2-3 months, or can take 5, or can take 1.
This is our hope. We can go to the water like in 3 months.
That's what we hope. I mean, like...
2, I think it's impossible, because
2 is impossible.
Every time we start working on a project, we take longer than we think. Like the electrical wires, we are working on this for a week right now.
Yeah, by the way, if I don't seem excited today, it's not because I'm not excited, it's because we just woke up. Yeah, we decided to record this in the morning early because the boatyard is too loud after 9 o'clock. Yeah, it's not that early. Yeah, but I mean, like, we do have some stuff to do. It's not much. In a regular situation where we have no quarantine and where we have no YouTube channel, we could do that in a month probably. But we have a YouTube channel and we have quarantine, so that's not our reality.
We spent some days editing videos as well, so...
Yeah, hopefully you're not bored already. It's 32 and a half, almost 33 minutes recording.
I guess that's it, guys.
I think that's it, because, yeah, we just wanted to give you a real feeling of the reality, because sometimes you see a brand new mess and that's ready. That's not real. Just
and I'm gonna spend some time typing subtitles this week. 32 minutes of talking. So I'm gonna spend like I guess 20 hours of subtitles this week.
Hopefully she'll do on time so you can watch this Monday.
And my computer is starting to die, so I might need your computer.
I'm not the one rambling today. See? I wanna see comments down below saying that she didn't let me talk today, because it's true. You guys give me a hard time all the time. But she was the one giving me. She's a morning person. I'm really tired, and she was the one not letting me talk today. Yeah.
Sorry, babe.
Yeah, you should say sorry.
You should say sorry at the other times.
There's one more thing before we go. We need to
welcome on board our new patrons for this week.
So, welcome on board.
I'm gonna welcome our patrons here. So welcome on board Terry,
Kevin,
Christoph,
John,
Thiago,
Karsten,
Jake,
Jonathan,
Klaus,
Mike,
Maddie,
Jim,
Thomas,
Donald,
João,
Walter,
Ivone.
And now we need to speak a little bit of Portuguese.
Para dar boas-vindas aos nossos apoiadores.
Seja bem-vindo, Sérgio.
E se?
Muito obrigado, valeu pela força. And we also need to thank some donations through our PayPal.
Yeah, thanks a lot, Brian
Edwin,
and Oliver.
guys, thanks so much. We really appreciate your support. And next week, hopefully, we are gonna start breaking eggs. Yeah, next week's episode is about an omelette. In order to do something, in order to cook an omelette, you need to break eggs first. So next week, next Monday, we're gonna do a mess of the boat. The internal part of the boat is gonna be upside down for 2 weeks.
Just a hint.
Just a small hint.
Yeah. We'll see you guys next week.
See you guys next Monday.
See you. What's happening?
Someone's gonna do something for the first time today. That's pretty cool. Who's gonna do something for the first time today?
I'm gonna climb the mast for the first time today.
Yeah, not even on this boat. She never went up any sailboat mast. It's the first mast ever.
Yeah.
That's gonna be special day. Are you scared?
Not really.
She trusts me. This is a good thing. She trusts me. I can do the right thing, so I can keep
Anxious
her safe.
actually. Can you keep me safe?
Yeah, of course.
I think he's more anxious than I am.
So, safe. We have 2 halyards. So we are gonna use this halyard, and this is just a backup, just in case. You can go now. I'm just gonna pull these 2. Yeah. Now you can.
I'm not gonna film the process of going up because I'm gonna need the 2 hands.
So I see you up there on the video later.
Yeah. I'm on the top of our rope. Yeah, I finally made it. I'm on the top of our mast. Duke is there. Back to the deck.
Give me 5. I'm really proud. I think I was more scared for her than her, because I was like, she's gonna be scared. Not that something is gonna happen, because nothing can happen, but that was a really successful mission. Isn't that cool to go up for the first time? Now you want to go more often.
On the land, it's pretty cool. I'm not sure how it's with wind and waves and everything.
Right now it won't even move, right?
No, it was really cool actually.
Yeah, you like the view?
The view is pretty good. Actually, I was scared of to step on the correct steps, and then I went there, and then I checked the view. So I was not worried with the height until I got there, because I was not looking at all.
Yeah, now I have a question that it's gonna make her go up again. Did you take the picture for the thumbnail?
No.
I guess someone is going up again. Are you gonna go up again?
I'm not sure. Should I?
I don't know. Let's see. If we're gonna go home today and edit the videos. If we have a good thumbnail from the video, we will use. Otherwise, tomorrow someone's gonna go up again. She's just like floating.